गुड मॉर्निंग इंडिया। गणतंत्र दिवस की हार्दिक शुभकामनाएं। विशिंग एवरीवन अ वेरी हैप्पी रिपब्लिक डे। It's exciting that India has, in all adversity and opportunity, been a sovereign republic for 73 years and looks on to be so for many more years to come. So, let me begin my view with a video.
आपका जो मॉडल है चुनाव जीतने का वो ये है कि फ्री बिजली, फ्री पानी। क्या ये फ्री के जो पॉपुलिस्ट बांटने की इलेक्शंस के दौरान जो ये एक आदत सी पॉलिटिकल पार्टीज में बन गई है, क्या ये लॉन्ग टर्म सस्टेनेबल है? क्या ये गुड पॉलिटिक्स है?
बहुत अच्छी पॉलिटिक्स है, सबको करनी चाहिए। इन सारे मंत्रियों को और इन सारे एमएलएज को बिजली फ्री मिलती है। इनको 4-4 हज़ार यूनिट बिजली फ्री मिलती है महीने की, और मैं जनता को 200 यूनिट फ्री बिजली देता हूँ तो इनको सबको तकलीफ होती है। क्यों? अगर इन मंत्रियों को जो फैसिलिटी मिलती है मैं अपनी जनता को देना चाहता हूँ तो इनको क्यों तकलीफ होती है? मैंने अपने दिल्ली के लोगों का इलाज फ्री कर दिया तो इनको क्यों तकलीफ होती है? नंबर एक। दूसरी चीज़, राजनीति के अंदर एक समय था जब फ्री बांटते थे, सरकार लोन लेती थी और लोन लेके उस पैसे से फ्री बांटते थे। दैट इज़ नॉट गुड इकोनॉमिक्स। सीएजी की रिपोर्ट है 2019 की, उस रिपोर्ट में लिखा है हमारी सरकार बनने के पहले दिल्ली सरकार घाटे में चलती थी। हमारी सरकार बनने से तब से लेके आज तक दिल्ली सरकार अकेली सरकार है पूरे देश के अंदर जो फ़ायदे में चल रही है। मैं सरकार फ़ायदे में चला रहा हूँ, मैं कोई नया टैक्स नहीं लगा रहा, मैं कोई लोन नहीं ले रहा। अगर मैंने करप्शन ख़त्म करके पैसा बचा के लोगों को अगर सुविधाएं दे दी तो क्या बुरी बात की? ये फ्री दवाइयों वाला कैसे सिलसिला चालू हुआ, ये बड़ा इंटरेस्टिंग है। हमने एक फ्लाईओवर बनवाया, उस फ्लाईओवर की 325 करोड़ रुपए की एस्टिमेटेड कॉस्ट थी, वो शायद 200-250 करोड़ रुपए में बन गया, तो 125-150 करोड़ रुपए उसमें बच गए। कैबिनेट मीटिंग चल रही थी, हम ये डिस्कस कर रहे थे इस पैसे को कहाँ इस्तेमाल करें। तो मैंने कहा अगर हम सबका इलाज फ्री करना चाहें तो कितना खर्चा आएगा? सो आफ्टर 2-3 डेज दे गॉट बैक टू मी, दे सेड 300-350 करोड़। सो मैंने कहा ठीक है, इतना तो हम फ्लाईओवर बनाने में ही बचा लेंगे, इतना का पैसा। तो अगर मैंने फ्लाईओवर बचा के लोगों का इलाज फ्री कर दिया तो क्या बुराई है?
तो आपके पास ये कौन सा ऐसा फॉर्मूला है जिससे आप फ्री में भी देते हैं फिर भी आपकी सरकार जो है वो घाटे में नहीं फायदे में है?
ईमानदारी, सही नियत, बस और कुछ नहीं है। मेरा 5-7 साल का सरकार चलाने का एक्सपीरियंस ये कहता है कि किसी भी सरकार में पैसे की कमी नहीं है। मैं ब्लैंकेट स्टेटमेंट दे रहा हूँ, किसी भी राज्य सरकार में और किसी भी केंद्र सरकार में पैसे की कमी नहीं है, नीयत की कमी है।
So, why start this opinion video with an edited clip of Arvind Kejriwal? Please don't mistake me to be in favor or against Arvind or his Aam Aadmi Party. I leave that to the viewers and the listeners to decide, as there are enough bites and audios that will help you determine your leaning to whichever ideology you see fit. I'm here to tell you how important this message is, especially at this juncture where many other events put together seem to be suggesting that a formidable democratic revolution is underway. It is no mystery that there are very few who read political numbers and its effects like Prashant Kishore does. Rightfully so, he is not afraid to call on what is good and always stops short of saying that something is bad, which for some reason makes me feel that there is positive future in his vision of Indian politics. Nobody really knows what he's thinking or formulating, but as this wonderful country knows, that never can one man make a difference to the standing of this country. We can proudly say that it was not just Gandhiji alone who earned this country its freedom. There were many others who have played their own important role for the country to free itself from the British regime. But his vision and perseverance cannot be sidelined. Even right now, there is always a media buzz that one man is the face of Indian future. it can never be a reality. India is far bigger than any one person representing it. He or she holding the PM's post might be that face of a billion Indians to the world, but is undoubtedly just another citizen, and that's all. This reality must dawn on our political circle, and they must come to terms with this truth. So, what are we discussing here? I am discussing what has been playing in my mind for over 2 years and was suddenly but subtly suggested by Prashant in an interview to NDTV recently. To a question, is it possible to defeat the BJP in 2024? His answer was an emphatic yes. A follow up question, but is it possible with the present set of players and formations? To this he answered, probably no. He went on to say that he would like to see a more formidable opposition that would give the current government something to be worried about. The present government's plank of Hindutva and hyper nationalism and public welfare, which I feel is only an eyewash, needs to be strongly countered. So, my take is that Indian politics has become more oriented to an idea of the party's ideology and less of India's ideology. For example, all political parties are very vocal about the economic benefits or their vision of it that the people can get at the time of elections. The economic viability of these promises are hardly considered when these promises are made. However, once the elections are done, they are more inclined to source more funds for the next elections, or in some cases, follow their party's whip and follow directives from there. So, promises made to the people can be compromised and goes completely unpunished. There is hardly any accountability or remorse on any such shortcomings. So, I believe that Indian politics must slowly and steadily move towards independent candidates from constituencies. This will avoid repetition of those MPs who have done little for their constituencies. More independent candidates in the House means better choices of ministers, following an excellent and robust ideology of best man for the job, which is clearly not the case in more than 70% of the time in the cabinet choices so far. Ministries are handed out on the basis of seniority or money collected to help in the elections. So, ministers sitting there are obviously looking at it from an effective return of investment point of view. Unfortunately, none of our prime ministers in the last at least 50 years have been able to stem this trend. And with the current list of parties, it more or less seems unlikely for the next 30 years at least. What is needed is a fresh cleanup of the system. New faces, fresher trends, more people, not with public connections, but with public welfare in their minds. It is a Herculean task to search such people. But my solace comes from the fact that I'm sure from a billion people, we will be able to find 545 people who care less for unrealistic ideologies and feel more for the Indian upliftment. They might be religiously grounded, but care first for the country's people and the basic perks to them than filling the coffers of their own party. My solace comes from Arvind's words. किसी भी सरकार, राज्य या केंद्र सरकार में पैसे की कमी नहीं है, नीयत की कमी है. बस इसी नीयत को ढूंढ के निकालना है. जय हिंद.